Okay, so hey there, YouTubers. This is Hawaiian Anime Time here. Today we're doing a quick little live where we're going to be unboxing some graded Pokemon cards, man. I got some newer cards that got graded and some old cards as well. And today we're going to be unboxing them live. And basically, I want to talk to you guys about how collectible Pokemon is. And I just want to tell you guys like what type of cards you guys should be looking out for, as I always do. People do say that the 95 cards are the ones that you guys should be going after, but I feel like it could be just any Pokemon card. Like people are gonna keep on telling you that only 95 cards are worth money. If you have anything newer, they're worthless. But not necessarily. I guarantee you this much, that you are gonna get some idiot that wants to pay hundreds of dollars for one of the newer Pokemon cards. Now, I'm not saying they're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, people are going to tell you that the newer cards are worthless, don't collect them. If people are selling them, don't buy them to resell because you're not going to be able to sell them. And that might be the case, but other than that, you will probably be able to make a sale off of the newer cards. And people are going to keep on telling you over and over again. Yeah, the newer cards, like if you pull a 2020 card, if someone were to be selling a 2020 card right now, you can legitimately probably buy those at the store right now. But the stores are supposedly out. That's what one of my friends has been telling me. My dude Trent, he's been telling me that Pokemon has been sold out on the shelves for months. Now I don't know that to be true. I haven't been to a Walmart or a Target in my area where I can actually go look and see if they're completely sold out. But as far as I know, cards are going to be worth money no matter what type of cards you try to buy. Doesn't necessarily have to be the 95s. It could be any card, and you're still going to be worth money. So I would recommend, if you guys are going to collect and sell Pokemon cards, buy just any card out there you can find in the market that seems to be a good deal. Doesn't matter if they're new, doesn't matter if they're old. They are still going to be worth money no matter what card you actually pull. So we're gonna go through all the cards right now. We have a 95 War Turtle at a PSA 5, as you can see on the camera right there. I know I'm filming in a different spot right now. I just felt like I needed to change the scenery. Plus, I'm still trying to clean my room, so my room is a mess. So I'd rather not try to show my room right now at the moment. But yeah. So we get the War Turtle that I just showed you guys. And now we have the Mint 9 German Flying Pikachu at a Mint 9. It's hard to see because the camera lighting and everything. We have a lot more glare in this room. But there, as you can see, Mint 9 at the in my laptop below down so you guys can see it. So this one was a Mint 9, guys. Pretty amazing Mint 9. First Mint 9 card that I actually got, and this is kind of crazy. The next card is an excellent 5 for the Toys R Us Pikachu, which is worth something to someone. I guarantee you could probably sell it somewhere on the market, and it will be a good price. We get the Toys on the Kids WB movie promo card from 1999. This one, pretty good. It's not really the best condition. Like, I don't see why it's at a PSA 3, because if you look at the back of the card, it looks pretty decent in my opinion. Maybe just a little whitening here and there, but not enough that it should get a PSA 3. And then we get this Squirtle at a PSA 4. 1999 Squirtle. So I just wanted to let you guys know, man, that basically, if you guys are trying to actually go ahead and grade your cards, if you guys are trying to actually go buy and resell cards, buy just any cards you can find on the market. Don't just go for the 95s just because people tell you 95s are going to sell for a lot more money. And that's true, 95s will sell for a lot more money. But it's more a dime a dozen. It's going to be hard to find, and most of the people that are selling 95 cards are probably going to wait for the 25th anniversary to buy and resell their cards. Whereas right now, people are just selling whatever type of cards they got for Pokemon. Even if you pull the newer cards, like let's say you get a card from 2020, or you find someone that's selling a card from this year, guarantee you might be able to pull an easy $100 to $500 depending on the card. So I would highly recommend trying to actually collect just any card you guys can find for Pokemon. 95s are the best, but if you can't get 95s, go for any card, and you could still make some profit off of buying and reselling Pokemon cards. Doesn't necessarily have to be the older cards. The newer cards will still do just as fine, and you can make some good money off of them one way or the other. Like this card at Excellent 4, I think I could probably make about maybe $100 to $200 probably on this card. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure how much that card is actually gonna go for. I'll do an actual search up later on in this card and find out how much this card is actually worth grading. But I can probably make about $100 to $200 on this card alone. This card probably about maybe 2 to 3 possibly at this grade. This card at this grade could probably pull about maybe $50 to maybe $100 around that price range. This one at this price range could make probably about $300 to $400 around there, possibly even 1,000, possibly, because it's just a really good condition card and it's a very rare and hard to find card. I guess the German Flying Pikachu is one of the rare Pokemon cards, as far as I heard. From the grapevine, the person who sold me the card told me, and he actually showed me too that card is actually a very hard card to pull. That is a really rare card. Like the English version is a dime a dozen. You can find the English version of this card any day, all day, every day. You can find people selling this version, but the English version of the card, all day, every day, and it's an easy find. But the German version supposedly is a little more rare, as far as the dude told me. And he actually showed me that it was actually a little more rare to find, a little bit harder to find, so it's worth a lot more money than the English version. If you would have had the English version on that card, you won't be able to make as much as the German, but you still can make a good amount of money one way or the other. Now we do have the War Turtle at a PSA 5. This one I'm guessing can go anywhere from about maybe 3 to 4, possibly even at a low grade, just because it's a War Turtle and War Turtles are pretty popular. So yeah, man. I made pretty much a decent deal on some of these cards. Some of these I might take a hit in them, but it's not too bad. I'm not gonna complain or argue because hey, I chose to send these cards in. I did it on my own choice. And honestly, guys, I feel like you guys should send your cards into the grade because I mean, like, there's a possibility you might make some more money. Even if you don't, man, you have the thing where you can say I have a graded card and it got graded this. You know what I mean? You could say like I paid to get this card graded and this is what this card looks like and what it's graded at. And it's well worth it, man. It's well worth it in the end to grade your cards. I would highly recommend you guys grading any cards you guys can get. I'm actually going to be sending out possibly tomorrow. I'm going to be giving my dad some cash tomorrow just to mail it out for me. But I'm going to be mailing out a original on um 2000 from the year 2000. It's going to be Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and that is basically the equivalent to a Charizard in Pokemon. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you Yu-Gi-Oh is not profitable. Don't try to go with Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, not too much people are actually buying Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's true. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that Yu-Gi-Oh is actually selling very well because it's not. I'm not going to completely lie to my audience and tell them that, Yu-Gi-Oh sells really well because it doesn't. But for me, it's been selling pretty well because um, I'm saying it myself. I do make a lot more money selling Pokemon cards. Like I made like a little bit more, not a whole lot more, but a little bit more selling Pokemon cards than Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But I get a lot more people hitting me up about Yu-Gi-Oh than Pokemon, which is kind of a different story. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? It's a conundrum because I'm making like maybe like a few, maybe like about 50 to maybe $100 more selling Pokemon than Yu-Gi-Oh. But at the same time, I'm getting a lot more people hitting me up about my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff than Pokemon. Like I don't have that much people hitting me up locally about Pokemon stuff. Like when I list my Pokemon cards for sale, like I'm not getting as much hit ups about Pokemon. But when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I've been getting all the hits about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I listed a blue eye, like two of the blue eyes just recently. I had two other blue eyes that I'm trying to sell right now. One is going to be sent off probably tomorrow to get graded. The other two I'm actually listed on Facebook Marketplace, and I basically got people messaging me up left and right about those cards. Someone offering me about um uh shoot, I actually had someone offer me like $400 for a really one that's in really horrible condition, and I have a couple other offers for the other card and stuff like that. And you guys are probably wondering why don't I just take the $400 offer and just leave it at that? Well, because I'm trying to see who can give me the best deal for the card. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get people to buy it at the highest price possible and try to make my money that way. Now I know that might sound a little bit more unethical, but it seems like a little bit more like like kind of sleazy business or whatever like that, or like horrible business. But that's how I like to do my business. If I'm gonna buy and sell stuff, if one person offers me a lower price and but it's still a really good price for the item, and then someone else messages me a couple minutes later with a bigger, better price, I will go for the one that offers me the better price. You know what I mean? Like if someone were to offer me $1,000 for that horrible graded um Blue Eyes White Dragon, but then someone offered me $400, and $400 is a good price considering I only paid $20 for the one that's in really horrible condition. Someone would offer me $1,000 compared to the 400. I will sell it to him for the 1,000. I'll sell it to the guy who wants it for 1,000 because that's more money. You know what I mean? I know that doesn't sound like the best thing, but I will probably also, if the guy buys it for 1,000, I'll probably throw in a couple of extra cards that the cheaper cards, the ones that aren't really worth as much, just because he's buying it for $1,000 and that's a lot of money. But I'm not saying I have any offers like that, but if I did, that's how it would go. But I have a lot more people messaging me about Yu-Gi-Oh stuff than Pokemon, which is kind of weird. But I've been doing a decent amount of business with Pokemon online because locally I just haven't really gotten a lot of people hitting me up about Pokemon. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if everyone's waiting for 25th anniversary or if it's because right now it's a time where people are trying to save money for Christmas and all that kind of stuff. They gotta buy Christmas presents and whatnot. So right now I haven't really gotten too much hit ups about Pokemon cards recently here locally, but I've been getting a few hit ups on eBay. So I've been selling a few cards in eBay, but it hasn't been like anything significant right now. Like I think right now is a low point of the time when people aren't buying Pokemon as much. In the beginning of this, towards the beginning of this pandemic, right after Logan Paul did his unboxing of Pokemon cards, that's when cards were selling like crazy. Like I should have bought and sold cards before then, like and waited to that time. But I didn't think Pokemon was gonna be this big. I actually collected Pokemon cards when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I collected some cards. I had the first edition Charizard. I had like all the cards that people are actually wanting right now in this day and age. But apparently I don't know why I put them. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I never thought Pokemon would blow up this much. I thought if anything, if it was something that would be blowing up in price, I thought it would be Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't think it was going to be Pokemon. I legitimately thought it would be Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion, is a lot more popular than Pokemon. Like Pokemon has a lot of the games and stuff, and Pokemon is really popular that way. But the trading cards are not really as popular in my opinion as Yu-Gi-Oh. Like like when I was a kid, it was all about Yu-Gi-Oh. Like everyone would always collect the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They would have like decks and they would duel and battle. And Yu-Gi-Oh was way more popular than Pokemon. So I never thought Pokemon cards would actually go up in price because you think about it, you know what I mean? Yu-Gi-Oh was so much more popular in my books. Like in my books, it goes Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and then at the very bottom would be Magic the Gathering. But of course, no, you don't really hear too much people talking about Magic the Gathering. You know what I mean? I don't talk about Magic the Gathering because I don't know shit about Magic the Gathering. But anyways, guys, we are going to check out the prices on these cards right now. So we're gonna go to my Pokemon Price website. So we're gonna go Pokemon Price, and we're gonna actually I can't really show you guys because I'm using my webcam to film this, so you guys aren't gonna be able to see me actually like check out the prices and stuff. But I will tell you guys what the prices are. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be lying to you guys and saying the car is worth more than it actually is. Oh shoot! So the German Flying Pikachu, let's see, at a 10, the highest price it sold for was about $129 recently. And now we're looking at the 9 prices because the 9 is where this car is at. So we're gonna make this a little bit bigger. At the 9, it could sell for possibly about $50 around there. That's the price that it sold for recently, but it doesn't necessarily mean I can't sell it for more than $50. You know what I mean? I could sell it for more than 50. It just depends on pricing and everything, guys. But anyways, that is the price for the really rare card. It's about $50, but I can probably sell this for a bit more. Poke Price does kind of just based off of eBay prices and what it's sold on eBay, but it doesn't necessarily go based off of all prices everywhere. So it could actually sell for more, it could sell for less, but but that is basically the price that we should expect to get for that card. And now for this card, the Pikachu on Toys R Us. So we're gonna go with whoops. No, well, to be honest, guys, to be honest, the English version of the card is worth a good amount of money for this card, but the German version of this card supposedly is a lot more rare and hard to find. That's why I'm saying the German card is worth more, dude. Because I checked online, the dude showed me online too. The English version is a dime a dozen. You can find that card all day, any day. People are gonna want to buy it. But the German version sells for a lot more. I don't know why. It just does. So we're gonna look for the same exact thing, and we're gonna see what they sold for the English version. Flying Pikachu. Oops. Because the Pokemon cards, it's not so much about basically about what the card says. Because no, I'm guaranteeing you this to just all my fans out there, guaranteeing you this. If you're trying to collect Pokemon, you don't really care what it says on the card. All you care about is that it's a Pokemon card. You care about the design of the card. You don't really care about what it says. You know what I mean? Because you're not. Most people that are collecting Pokemon aren't going to use it to actually play the game. They're gonna use it just to basically just collect. You know? Just to collect to have in their collection, but they're not gonna really buy the card just to actually like play with. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's English, doesn't matter if it's Japanese. It's gonna sell a lot more. Just because of the fact that people are trying to collect this to keep, not on just to keep in display, not to actually like play with. I mean, if people like you, Pokemon is. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is a different story. Yu-Gi-Oh people are going to prefer the English version because Yu-Gi-Oh people want to actually collect the English version because they're going to be playing with the cards and so forth. But anyways, we're gonna try this. Okay, let's go to right. So, shoot. Can't find it. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's see. So the English version of this card is selling for about $15. If you sold 4 of them, you could sell for $120. And you're selling them for, oh shit. Oh, but that's a German 10. So this is a 2001 version of the card at a German 10. Sold for about $455. But that's at a German 10. Now, according to the PokePrice site, for the German version, it's selling. Let me see. Let's go try to check the German price again. Sorry, give me 1 second. So at a German 10, that card sold for about $455. That's just one pricing for the card. So we're gonna go with PSA 10, and we're gonna type in German, and we're gonna see what that card goes for. Let's see. So at a German 10, this card sold for about 500. Well, oh shit. Oh wait, no, that. Oh, someone's actually trying to sell the English version of this card for 15. But yeah, this card goes for about $500 at a German 10. German 10, this card sold for about $500 on the market, the German version of this card. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna argue with anyone. I'm not gonna say Japanese, German, Korean, any version of Pokemon cards are worth more than others, because it doesn't really matter. In my opinion, like if I were to be collecting cards, which I'm actually trying to collect the Pokemon cards in general for myself. If someone offered me like a whole bunch of Japanese cards for a really good price, even though I haven't really spoken Japanese or read Japanese in a long time, I would still buy them just because they're Pokemon cards. And I don't. For me, I'm not looking for just being able to read and understand the words in the card. I just look for just being able to know, like, the design of the card looks pretty cool and everything like that. You know what I mean? But if someone did offer me an English version, I would probably take that a bit more. But I'm just saying that basically certain versions are more rare than others. You know what I mean? Like, even though like it may be the same as that card, like the English version of this card, it basically is the same as that thing as this card. It's just this one's in German. I'm not saying that it's worth any more or less. I'm just saying that basically, but anyways, guys, yeah, I'm just saying that basically it doesn't matter honestly what type of like it shouldn't really matter in my opinion. Like anyone can say the English version is going to be worth more, but I don't give two F's about English or Japanese or Korean or whatever. I don't give two F's. Any version of Pokemon cards will sell. I guarantee you this much. Like, I guarantee you, you offer someone a I guarantee you offer someone a Japanese version of a Pokemon card, they'll probably want to buy that more because of the fact that the Japanese cards came before the English version of the cards, so the Japanese cards are more older. The older the card is, the more likely it's probably worth more money, so people are going to want to buy those just to resell them because they know Japanese will be worth a lot more. Whereas German, Korean, all those other ones, they're going to be a little bit on the newer side. Japanese will be the ones people are looking for right now. English would be next, and then it'll go from there. But anyways, guys, it doesn't really matter what version of the card you have. But I am gonna probably try to sell this for about 500 and see how it goes on the market. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like I don't really like this one. Oh wait, no shit. That's actually like a buy now kind of thing. Like people, movie promo. I want. Oh shit! You can actually list your cards on here too. Shit! I didn't know you can actually sell your cards on PSA too. Yes, I understand, but still, in my opinion, I that's what you notice in your market. In my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion, bro. My opinion is just my opinion. And my opinion is it doesn't matter what version of the card you sell, any version of the card should sell for not nearly the same price, but around the same price. So it shouldn't matter what version of the card you have. You know what I mean? Like I don't really enjoy arguing, but I just want to say that basically, yeah, it shouldn't matter what version of the card you're trying to sell. If you sell a Japanese or a Korean version or an English version, they should all sell about the same price. Now, granted, whether or not people want it or not, it's up to the person's opinion as to what they want. But I'm just saying that any version of the card should sell for about the same amount of same value. And yeah, I'm actually going to be listing this card on eBay later on today. Well, yeah, I mean, like, in my opinion, like, I actually like this card. Like, I seen your English version of the card, but I don't know. There's just something about the German version that I like a bit more. I don't know why. I don't know why, but the German version of this card looks a lot. I don't know. There's something about the card that looks better. I understand. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own opinion. Yes, I understand that, but you know, everyone has their own opinion, and you know, I'm entitled to my opinion, and that's just my opinion in general. That you know, basically, I feel that any type of card should be worth just as much. And you know what I mean, like I am like when I'm trying to collect cards, I'm not just looking for English. You know what I mean? If you got any good prices in Japanese cards, I know I don't know what I'm talking about Pokemon because I don't know Pokemon that well. I know Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know Pokemon. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know that much about Pokemon as much as I know about Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, I know a lot more about Yu-Gi-Oh than Pokemon. That's why I can easily so Yu-Gi-Oh. But Pokemon, I'm trying to get back into the whole Pokemon thing. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't the biggest Pokemon guy growing up, but I'm trying to get into Pokemon now. So you know what I mean? And I mean that's why you know I'm trying to get into it. You know what I mean? Like I'm slowly trying to get into the whole thing. That's why you know honestly, you know what I mean? Like with me, I'm actually gonna try to see how much I can actually sell that card for. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. It's gonna be out for sale if you guys want to get the German Flying Pikachu. And I also get a couple of other cards I'm gonna be selling. Um, and yeah, we'll see how far these go, man. But anyways, yeah, I get a couple more cards I'm gonna be sending off to get graded. So we'll see. Yes, I know. People want the 95s and older cards, but still, I feel these cards still have some value to it. And I'm not trying to do this to make a whole lot of money, okay? If I was doing this to make a whole lot of money, I would probably not get into the whole thing because I know I wouldn't be able to make a whole lot of money off of this. I'm doing this as a hobby. It's not something to really take. I'm not taking this seriously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to take this whole Pokemon thing like like to hardcore levels. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take this to hardcore levels. I'm not trying to collect. I'm not. I'm just collecting just Pokemon cards in general. I'm looking for newer cards. I'm looking for older cards. I'm not really just looking for just anything in general. Like I'm trying to start to collect Pokemon cards myself, and I'm not just looking for 95s because, in my opinion, some of the newer cards actually look pretty nice. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the older cards are kind of dingy looking, but some of the newer cards actually look pretty nice. Like this one looks pretty nice. I just look at the design. You know what I mean? When I'm collecting, I'm not like for my own personal collection. I'm not buying because it says 95 or whatever. In my personal collection, I'm just looking at the design of the cards because, of course, I'm not going to be using these to play with. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do like a whole Pokemon battle with people because no one does that. You know what I mean? No one does that nowadays. But in my personal collection, like I'm actually trying to collect Pokemon cards in general, man. And I'm just looking for just newer cards and a little bit of the older cards. Like I'm looking for a couple old school cards plus the newer cards. But in my opinion, I'd rather be known for more selling Yu-Gi-Oh because I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is I don't know. It's just something where I feel a lot more comfortable with Yu-Gi-Oh. I know a little bit more about it, and I would have a lot easier time selling it than Pokemon. But Pokemon is just a hobby for me. It's just something for me more to collect as myself. I'm not trying to be full on in seller mode. I'm trying to be more of a collector than a seller. But yeah, that's just basically me. I'm doing this more as a collector thing. Like I'm not trying to be like you, Trent. I'm not trying to go on full on to selling Pokemon and all that stuff. I'm not trying to sell. I'm trying to more collect and sell. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why honestly I'm not buying Pokemon to resell. Like I'm not trying to go on fully into reselling the whole Pokemon thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do it to more as a collector wise. Like I'm trying to collect. Like I told you when I started trying that I'm basically doing this to I'm basically doing this to collect. I'm not doing this to buy and resell. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be the whole buying and reselling thing because I know for me, for a fact, I cannot make a good profit on Pokemon cards. I guarantee you that much. Like if I were to go out and try to sell Pokemon cards, I would probably yeah, I understand that. But basically I'm just trying to do this more of a collection wise thing. Like my actual plan is to get like a whole bunch of like the cards that I think look really nice, the nicer looking cards, and I want to get them all graded, and I want to keep them as just a personal thing for collection wise. That's basically why I actually started with Pokemon. Well, yeah, I get that. No one else really cares about them, but in my books, you know what I mean. I would want to actually have like a couple of 20, like some of maybe the Pikachu's and the Charizards. I would want to have a Pikachu and Charizard from 2020. If they look nice, I would like to keep them in my collection and actually get them graded. And I'm doing this for collection wise. Like these cards are basically some of them will be for sale, but most of these will probably be for me to collect for myself. Like I basically tell all the people that I'm buying cards from, I'm actually trying to collect. I'm not trying to sell. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going full on to Pokemon selling. You know what I mean? If I was, I would probably take this a lot more serious than I'm actually taking it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I understand. I understand you can't. It's harder to get those cards, but you know, hey, I mean, I'm doing this as a collection thing. I'm not doing it to try to buy to resell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of the newer cards, yeah, I'm gonna buy and resell, but I'm buying and reselling to add on to my personal collection. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm buying and selling Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards to add to my collection. So I'm trying to add to my Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon collection. Like, I'm trying to collect these cards. I'm not trying to sell them. You know what I mean? And like some of these cards, yeah, I'm trying to sell. And that's just so I can make money to buy more cards to add into my collection. You know what I mean? Like this card, I'm most likely probably gonna keep this card. Yeah, this card I'm most likely gonna be keeping. I might actually sell it, but more likely I'm probably gonna keep this card. This one I'm probably gonna keep for myself just because honestly, it's Pikachu. I'm trying to get like a full-on Pikachu collection. Like that's what I'm going for. So actually, the ones that might be for sale are actually, I don't think I'm actually gonna. Well, actually, I might sell maybe the Squirtle and see if I can get a better. Like sell this one at a low grade and see if I can get a higher grade Squirtle. Like this one, I'll probably sell because I want to try to see if I can get a higher grade Squirtle and keep for my collection. Like if you have anything like a PSA 10 Squirtle, I will probably buy it off of you because I want to actually add like a higher grade Squirtle to my collection. But other than that, man, I think I might actually sell the WB Kids Pikachu. I might actually sell this one, dude. If you have a better condition of this card, I'll buy it because I'm trying to add this to my collection. But this is a PSA 3, and I want to try to see if I can get like a PSA 10 or 9 for this card. If you have one in better condition, I will probably be interested in picking it up from you. But yeah, Um, these are the two cards that will probably be for sale. I don't know for sure yet, but I'm still thinking about it, man. For this one, you got a PSA 9 for this card. I'll probably pick it up later, to be honest. But yeah, these cards are probably gonna be kept, so I'm probably gonna keep the Toys R Us Pikachu just because it's a reverse hollow. Um, and I mean, my dude Trent said this is worth a lot, so this one might be kept to resell later because it's not saying that I like maybe I might want to keep this for my collection, but I might actually try to sell it. You know what I mean? This one might be up for sale just because of the fact that honestly, you know what I mean? Like I want to keep it for my collection, but I'm not too sure yet. So this is kind of an iffy thing if I'm gonna keep it or not. The German Flying Pikachu is not for sale. This is gonna be for me to keep because I just like this a lot. Like, and this is the highest graded Pikachu or card in general that I got from PSA. So that's why I'm keeping this one. But I'm probably gonna be selling the other ones. Well, these two for sure are gonna be up for grabs. So if anyone wants to buy these two cards, they're up for grabs. Most likely. But I might actually buy another one of these. So if you have one that's ungraded, I always love I always love the fact where I always love actually sending cards off to get graded because it's just like a mystery. It's a mystery to find out what these cards are actually going to get back graded. And dude, Trent, I do understand your thoughts about it, and I respect it. I respect your opinion, man. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it, man. Like you're saying, people are actually gonna buy English cards because people want it because we're in America and people speak English, and I get that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna respect your opinion on it, but you gotta also think about it too that we live in Hawaii. We live on an island, okay, and majority of the people that live on this island, well, I'm not gonna say majority of them, but a good chunk of them are actually Japanese. They come from Japanese descent because their parents came from Japan. They immigrated down to Hawaii with the plantation and stuff like that. So there are a good chunk of people here that can actually speak Japanese fluently. I know a good few friends that can speak Japanese fluently. Because I have like a good chunk of friends that can speak Japanese fluently, and some of my friends that can actually speak Japanese fluently. Like, when I actually got into buying and selling Pokemon cards, like some of my friends that know how to speak Japanese fluently because their family spoke Japanese when they came here because they were kind of like immigrants and stuff. They know Japanese very well. They told me that they would prefer to actually buy it. Like some of my friends locally wanted to buy Japanese cards, but they're more into Pokemon than I am. Like I'm starting out with Pokemon more. They were like more into Pokemon. Like they were into it from the beginning. And some of my friends here are locally like just like some of my friends locally. I get a couple of friends. But they are not really. They're trying to buy like online. They're doing like input because they don't want to do the in person thing because they don't want to deal with the whole COVID stuff. But yeah, some of my friends locally have been doing a lot of deals where they're trying to buy it online, or they're buying from people and having them shipped to the house locally because they don't want to do the whole COVID stuff. But they've been strictly buying Japanese because they're actually doing it for their collection. And most of my friends say that they are looking strictly for Japanese, like just because they prefer Japanese, they know how to read it, uh, and a good chunk of my friends are strictly trying to get Japanese. So they told me if I can buy, if I can find any good deals on Japanese cards, let me know, and I will, and they will hit me up. They will actually, they will actually buy cards from me if they're Japanese, and I can, buy cards from me that are Japanese, and they will actually add it to their collection. But I would have to pay to ship it out to them because they don't want to see me right now because of the whole situation going on with COVID and everything. But it just depends. Like every customer is different. Like most customers will probably want to go for English, but there are a good chunk of customers that go for Japanese. I don't see a lot of people going for German cards or Korean cards as much as the Japanese and English. Like Japanese and English are the cards that people want to go for. But anyways, yeah, man. Probably gonna end watching in a few minutes, guys, because we've been on for a good almost. Well, actually, we'll go for 1 hour. When we hit 1 hour, I'm probably gonna end watching here. But I wanted to say hi to Saying. Thanks for joining the live, man. Basically, yeah, we've been looking at some cards that we got graded back. And dude, I'm actually sending off your Blue Eyes tomorrow to get graded, so we'll see what that comes back at. But I mean, we'll see, man. But anyways, yeah, man. I'm basically like I'm hoping not pissing you off, Trent, with this, but basically, I'm just buying to collect. I'm not trying to buy to resell. Like some of the newer cards, yeah, I'm buying the newer cards to resell to collect some of the cards that I want for my collection. Some of the cards that I think I can actually make a profit off of. It doesn't matter if it's new or old. If I can sell it and make a profit, I will do it just to kind of add to my Pokemon collection. You know what I mean? Like just my own personal collection. That's all I'm basically doing with the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Oh, you're not that expensive. I mean, everyone's expensive to be honest. I'm not saying you're expensive, dude. Everyone that sells Pokemon cards are expensive. That's why I'm not buying as much as I would like to. And you know what I mean? Like that's why you don't like. I haven't bought a lot of cards recently from people. Like the last card I bought from someone was probably you on Friday. Like that was the last cards that I bought. I haven't bought any other cards before that. Like before that was the last deal I bought was from you. The last deal I bought from someone else other than you was at $300 worth of Pokemon cards. Other than that, I haven't bought any other cards from anyone else. I sold cards to other people, but I haven't really bought a whole bunch of other cards. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to like I'm not saying that I'm not gonna buy from you anymore because I still am gonna buy from you because you know what I mean. Like in general, everyone's just expensive with Pokemon. Like Pokemon is just a really expensive hobby of mine. Like it's a hobby, not like a like for you. You kind of have it as like your third job. Like basically, like you're like you turn. I know you have basically like you said you have two jobs, and then basically Pokemon is like your third job, like a third job for you. Whereas Pokemon for me is not a job; it's more just like a hobby. Yeah, that was a good deal. That was a good deal, and that one's all going to be added onto my collection. I might actually get them graded, but most likely for now they're going to be just added onto my collection. Yeah, you did. You hooked me up, and you hooked me up with the blue eyes too. The blue eyes is a good price for those. Like you sold me those for a good price. You know what I mean? Because people have been messaging me left and right, but I'm just basically putting them on hold. Like I'm waiting for the best deal. Like the person who offers me the best deal, like if someone were to offer me like $1,000 for for an ungraded card right now for one of the blue eyes, I would sell it to him in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? But if they offer me less than 1,000, I'm gonna try beat them out, see, because most of the people are just kind of just throwing out offers just to kind of see what they can get for the card. But you know what I mean. But yeah, I know what you mean. But $120 is still a good deal because I can sell them for about two to. I could sell them for more than $120. So it's basically a good deal right there. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna completely stop buying from you, dude. Like I'm still gonna buy from you because you give me the deals, and it's as I told you from the beginning. I'm not buying to do this as a reselling thing. Like I'm not trying to resell Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like if I was, I yeah, I'm the user, right? You're right, and I'm not buying to resell Pokemon. Like if I was, I probably would be like yeah. If you do, send them to me. But honestly, man, if I was trying to buy resell Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. If I was trying to buy resell, I would be doing a lot more research on Pokemon before I even met up. Like I kind of already had a feeling. Like that's why like the first time I messaged you, like when I messaged you about buying your Machamp that I saw, I knew $300 is a little bit much to pay for the card because I knew like if I were to decide to actually resell the card, I knew I wouldn't be able to make my $300 back off of the card. I knew it was going to be worth less than the 300, but I did it anyways because was going to probably add to my collection. But then when I saw it came out graded really low, I decided maybe I should sell it and hopefully try to pull another card that could get a higher grade for it. But I mean, because if I was actually fully trying to do this to buy and resell, I would most likely probably have like low. I would probably try to lowball the shit out of people to buy if I was gonna buy and resell. Like you can tell when I'm trying to buy to resell, because when I try to buy to resell, I ask the people selling the stuff. I say like, oh, is the price negotiable? And if it is, I try to bring it down to the lowest price possible so I can make a good amount of money. So like let's say they're selling a first edition Charizard for about maybe $1,000, or maybe like $1,000 for an ungraded card. Just ungraded, sits as it is. Um, no, that wasn't 400. That was the Machamp was 300. The Dark Gyarados was about yeah, I did. Because as I said, I'm not a seller for Pokemon. I don't know the prices of Pokemon, so and it was a low grade anyway, so I didn't think it was going to sell for that much. But you told me that any Charizard card sells, even if it's at a low grade, which sells for more than $100, which I learned my lesson. You know what I mean? Everyone learns a lesson eventually. But anyways, I just wanted to say that yeah, basically, if I was trying to buy or resell this stuff, I would probably have lowballed the shit out of you if I was trying to buy to resell. Like if I was trying to buy to resell, like you told me like some of the cards that you were selling me, like like when you sold me this card right here, the Squirtle. I probably would have if I was trying to buy to resell. I'll probably ask you if you could sell it to me for $25 to $30 for this one card. Now I guarantee you probably wouldn't sell it to me for $25 to $30 for one card for this card because it's probably worth a lot more for an original 95. But I mean, you see what I mean? Like if I was yeah, see? You would never sell it for that price. And see, that's what I would do if I was trying to buy to resell. I would ask for the lowball prices to actually buy to resell. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I do it for a living because I do it on the side. Like I bought like someone's actually selling. Yeah, see? So like not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago, I actually bought like an old school iPod. Like someone was actually selling an old school iPod Nano in like pretty much brand new condition. Like pretty much brand new condition on iPod Nano 7th generation. Their offer was like $120, something like that. 120, and I talked them down to like 90 or $80. I said, could you drop the price down to like 90 or $80? And I will buy it right here, right now. Now I know that might not sound like a really low ball offer, but that is because I turned like a $50 to $75 profit off of just buying an iPod Nano. Yeah, see, so that's how you can tell I'm not trying to buy to resell. Because if I was, I would have probably lowballed the shit out of most people. Like that's what I do. When like I learned that the only way to make money when you're actually buying to resell is you have to lowball people. If you don't lowball people and you don't give them like really low offers, but not saying it's so low that they're gonna say they're not gonna sell it to you. Like they're cutting off too much meat off the bone. You know what I mean? I mean, like that's what I do. Like if I'm trying to buy to resell, I try to see like how much meat of the bone I can actually take off. So like, let's say like for example, like this is a tip to all you people who want to go into the buying and reselling game. So let's say you're trying to buy a PlayStation 4, okay? Let's just go based off of prices on eBay. We're gonna go with eBay.com. We're gonna see what the PlayStation 4 actually goes for. So we're gonna see what the PS4 goes for, PS4 Pro, and I'm just gonna base it off of this, okay? So we're gonna go with PS4 Pro. This is just an example now, by the way. I'm not actually going for like actual like I'm not actually gonna buy and resell a PS4, but we're gonna go with PS4 Pro price. We're gonna see what it actually sold for. So let's say we have 1 terabyte PlayStation 4 and it's a black console and it's the US and Canada version and we're gonna go with um We're gonna go with used. So it's just a used one, and it works, but it's just used. We can possibly make about 300. We're gonna say about $300 around it. That's a rough price for it. About $300. Well, actually, that's a two games. So we're gonna say about $250 around there for the console itself. $250. So if I were trying to lowball someone to make it a good deal, I would ask them if they would do it for like maybe 175 or something like that. 175 to maybe $160 and see if they would actually go ahead and buy it. So basically, you know what I mean? Like that's what I learned from buying and reselling is you have to lowball people, but not to a crazy amount where you know you're gonna piss them off and they're gonna say no, I'm not gonna sell you for this price. Go fuck off. You know what I mean? Like there are people that will say that. Like I'm not gonna lie. I actually did that myself a couple of times. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna buy one of your binders, dude. That will cost me an arm and a leg. That will cost me an arm and a leg. Like I don't even have a grand right now to spend right now. Like if I had a grand, I probably would. But it would depend on what type of cards, because I'm trying to use it for a collection wise. So I'm trying to look for cards that I can collect. Maybe a few cards here and there that I can sell. The ones that I don't like as much, but the ones that I can collect, I'm gonna use them to collect. Like the $320 worth of Pokemon cards was to sell, not to collect. Yeah, see? So you know the game already. You know. You gotta lowball them to actually get money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know how it works. You know what I mean? You do the whole buying and reselling thing. So you get it. You get it, man. So basically so from what you could tell, did it seem like I was like I wanna ask you this. Well, it kind of is because if you're actually buying it for 1 grand and then you resell the cards and you can make about 3 grand off of all the cards, you're making a 2 grand profit. That's basically kind of like lowballing. You know what I mean? Like if you weren't trying to lowball, you will probably offer them two and make one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like here's my question, dude. Would you want to buy the whole like whatever I got left from the $320 lot of cards? Would you want to buy whatever I have left for about $200? Sorry, guys, my dog is barking right now. And I'm wondering what he's barking at right now. Cause yeah, I get that. I get that. Would you buy the $320 worth of cards right now? If I were to offer you like what would you throw out for an offer if you wanted to buy the $320 worth of cards that I bought, the crap junker cards? Would you buy those cards just to resell, and how much would you actually offer me for those cards? Like that's my question. Because those are actually buying the resale, so I can buy more cards from my actual personal collection. So how much would you actually pay for those if you wanted to buy them? And think about it, man. You might, I mean, you don't have like a whole lot of really rare cards, but you hold on to them for a while, you might find something. Yeah, see, that's in your personal opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, not necessarily because I actually sold all, not all the. Actually, yeah, I didn't really get ripped off because I sold all the newer energy cards for about $120 for energy cards. And then I still am willing to sell the other cards, but the other cards I already made 120, so I just gotta make another $200, and then I make back my money. So I basically didn't really get ripped off in a sense because if I already made $120, I only gotta make $200 more. $200 more to break even. It shouldn't be that hard to make $200 to break even. You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee you this much that it shouldn't be that hard to sell. Yeah, but if I made $120 so far, I only gotta make another 200, and I still got a good chunk of cards. You know what I mean? That's still something. You know what I mean? Like that. I still find that as a win right now because that's basically a good that I'm on track to at least break even, and it, I know in your mind breaking even is not really something that you go for. You would want to make profit, and I still have a feeling I could possibly make profit off of the cards. You know what I mean? Yeah, for you. But for me, I have different standards when it comes to buying and reselling things. My standards are, well, if I can make even $100 off of those cards, I still find that a win. You know what I mean? Like, if I can still make $100 off of those cards, I still find that a win. I don't care if you think that it's not a win. $100 off of the cards, but even if I can make $100 off of cards, that is still a win for me. I don't care if you think it's not. It is, in my opinion, it's a win to actually make. You know, yeah, I know. I get it. I get it. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but in my opinion, sometimes it you know sometimes it doesn't really matter all the like. I know people are looking for higher grade cards, and those cards aren't going to be graded that high. They're going to be graded pretty low. Well, we'll see if I can make profit off of it. If I can actually pull more than $320, I consider that a win. And if you don't consider that a win, if I can make more than $320 off of cards I paid $320 for, and they were in horrible condition, then I don't see what would be a win in your books. You know what I mean? Like in my books, if I can make more than what I actually paid for the product, that's a win for me. Even if it's like $5, $10 more, that's still a win in my books. You know what I mean? Yes, I get that, but basically, a win is basically any time. Like in my books, a win when buying and reselling stuff is if you can make more money than what you actually paid for the products itself. If you can make a profit, doesn't matter how much of a profit you make, whether it be $10, whether it be $20, whether it be $30, 40, 50, 100, 2 grand, 3 grand, however much you make, if you can make a profit off of anything, it's a win in my books. In my books, it's a win. Doesn't matter how much. Well, I'll bet it back, guys. Sorry, I didn't pay 260. I paid 320. In my books, I rather go for quantity or quantity over quality because sometimes you can make more money over with quantity than quality, and that's just in my books. In my books, I feel you can kind of make a good amount of money just with quantity over quality, but it just depends, man. But hey, because I'm gonna sell them on bulk online and in bulk, I could probably make. I won't make as much, but I can still make a good amount of money. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. But anyways, guys, it's hit the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna end the live stream here. But anyways, guys, yeah, I mean that's just my honest opinion. For me, if I can get a whole bunch of cards and I can resell them for more than what I'm actually paying for them, I don't care what the condition is. If the condition is kind of in really, really horrible shape, like if they were like bent to hell, you know what I mean, torn, ripped, and all that stuff, then of course I probably wouldn't buy it. But the cards were in zipper bags, which is true. but they're not in a horrible condition where they're gonna get PSA 1 level. They might get like a PSA 3, 4 level, or maybe possibly a 5, but they're not gonna get anything lower than a 3. I think. Like if they get anything lower than a 3, I'll be shocked. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's just in my opinion. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream here because I'm actually got a phone call from someone. Well, yeah. That everyone has their own opinions and things. My opinion, and that this is my buying strategy because it always seemed to work for me. Like you know what I mean. I bought like basically like because this is how I operate. And this is how I make my money, and I do make good amounts of money. Like I made plenty of money selling video games before. What I would do is I would buy quantity over quality. Like I actually bought like a whole bunch of I actually bought like a whole bunch of video games to someone before. Like I bought a whole bunch of just random video games. I don't have them anymore because I actually did sell them. Like he sold me like about 100 games for about 100, maybe like he sold me 100 games for like $100. So it was a whole bunch of hundred games total, just random games, and there was like a couple and I know a little more about games, and so there were just a whole bunch of games. I didn't really look through them that well, but I thought, hey, I could sell these games for $100 or at least $1 a piece and break even. But I most likely could probably sell them for $5 a game, and if I make $5 off of each game, that's 5 times 100. I can make about $500 right then and there. And this is like a couple years ago. This is like in 2016, I think, or something like that. I bought like maybe 100 games at $100, right? So I needed some for $100 a game to make profit, right? And I didn't really look through the games. I didn't really see what was actually getting given to me, but I ended up buying them anyways, just taking a complete chance in them. Now the games weren't really. Some of the games weren't in the best condition, but there were some in really good condition. Now some of these games, like I actually ended up selling one of the games from that pack for like $100, and that was actually a Pokemon game back in the day. It was a DS Pokemon game in that lot. Like there was like one DS Pokemon game that I sold for about $100 back then, and I actually did sell like a couple of Zelda games too for like about $30, $40 a game. And he just doing like a whole lot for $100. The guy didn't really know what he was really doing at the time. You know what I mean? The guy was just selling like a whole entire lot of games. I bought him just on a whim off of offer up, or it was probably no, it wasn't offer up. I think it was actually Letgo at the time when Letgo was still around. I bought it off of a dude from Letgo, and I made like a killing on those games because I I know those kind of stuff, and you know what I mean. Sometimes, I mean, in some cases, yes, quality is better over quantity, but in my books, I always did very well with quality, or with quantity over quality. Sorry, the two keywords get me mixed up, but most of the time, I did very well when it was quantity over quality. But in a few cases, just quality is better than quantity. So it kind of just depends, man. But anyways, guys, we're gonna end the live stream here. I hope you guys did enjoy, guys. If you guys did, please like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and so forth, man. And I'm sorry that it sounded like me and this dude Trent was actually like butting heads at each other and just fighting throughout the whole live stream. It's not really me. I'm not really one that likes to fight and argue with people. But when the occasion does happen, I want to get my opinion into it too. Like I want people to know my opinion and how I feel about certain stuff. You know what I mean? Because everyone's opinion should be able to be heard. And yeah, just want to end it right there, guys. But yeah, see you. Peace.